Hello, dear students. In today's lecture, we will focus on botany paper first. The name of the paper is a plant life and utilization first. Chapter number first, Introduction to Plant Kingdom. So, student, in a previous lecture, we already focused the kingdom Plantae. Plantae, kingdom Plantae having some important characteristic feature: autotrophic, chlorophyll bearing organism. Cell wall is present. Cell wall is made up of the cellulose. Then reserve food material in the form of starch. Then it shows a mode of reproduction: sexual, asexual, and vegetative mode of reproduction. So these are some important characteristic feature of kingdom Plantae. So cryptogames. Cryptogames are nothing but the non-flowering plant. Means those plant group, they do not produce flowers and seed. Then lower cryptogames. In a lower cryptogames, there is algae, fungi, and lichen plant groups are present. So the student, in today's lecture, we will focus on your higher cryptogames, in which the Bryophyta and Pteridophyta division, then phanerogames, gymnosperm, angiosperm, and then angiosperm further divide into the two different classes. First is monocotyledons and second is dicotyledons. First, we see here the higher cryptogames. The first is bryophytes. So the student, bryophytes generally forms a natural group where the common plant body is a gametophyte. They represent a phase in a evolution when plants migrated from water to land, and water is essential for the completion of their life cycle, and they are called as amphibians of the plant kingdom. So the student, the bryophytes are nothing but the mosses. So I am focusing here some characters, the general characters of bryophytes or the distinguishing character of bryophyte. Here the plant body is a thalloid plant body. That plant body, it is a haploid gametophytic plant body. It is a differentiated into stem. It is a do not differentiated into stem, root and leaves-like structure. Then the another phase, the diploid sporophytic phase is there. This diploid sporophytic phase is completely depends on gametophyte. Yet the gametophyte is a haploid and dominant phase. So the bryophytes, the plant body is a gametophytic and it's produce the multicellular sex organ. Here the multicellular sex organ, they produce the gametophytic plant body. So in a bryophytes, there is see this bryophytic plant, they are dorsiventrally flattened, thalloid, and some bryophytes they are erect, means they are looks like as a tiny plant. In a bryophytes, the roots are absent. Instead of roots, there is a presence of rhizoids. In a bryophyte, here the mode of reproduction is vegetative mode of reproduction and sexual. So the vegetative reproduction takes place with the help of fragmentation. When the older portion of the thallus, it undergoes dead and decaying processes start, and this thallus, it is broken down into the small fragments. So these fragments, it's having a growing apices, and each fragment grows independently into the new thallus. Then Jimaca. In a Markensia genus, they on a dorsal surface of the thallus, they produce the small tiny cup-like bodies. That cup-like bodies are nothing but the Jimaca, and within that cup there is the small tiny gymes are present. When this gyma cup, it is detached from the thallus and it is placed on the suitable substratum, it undergoes germination to produce the new thallus. Then the tuber. Here the example, the rixia, it's on a branches of the thallus. It's having a round bodies, that rounded bodies, it is having a high amount of starch is present, and that rounded bodies, it is nothing but the tubers. When it is detached from that parental plant and placed on the suitable substratum, it undergoes germination to produce the new plant. So the student, in a bryophytes here, the gametophytic plant body, they produce the multicellular sex organ. Male sex organ is known as antheridium, while female sex organ is known as archegonia. So the student, in a bryophyta, vascular tissues are absent. So it is known as a non-vascular cryptogame. The mode of nutrition is autotrophic and water is essential for fertilization. And here the oogamous type of fertilization is there. Here the zygote, it is a remain on a gametophytic thalli and develop into the sporophyte. So the student, these bryophytes are divided into the three different uh, classes are there. Hepatic class, it is a commonly called as a liver ones. The example is a rixia. See here, I am showing here the rixia thallus. See, the liver lobed thallus is there. Then Anthocerotaceae, it is a called the hornworm. So the students, see, this is the thallus of Anthoceros. It is a dorsiventrally flattened, and on that dorsal surface there is a formation of sporophyte, and this sporophyte, it is a looks like as a horns, and that's why given the name hornworms. Example is Anthoceros. Then the last class is Massai. Massai, it is a nothing but the mosses. See the student, in this diagram, see there is a tiny plant, it's having a multicellular rhizode, it is a stem like axis is there, and on that stem like axis there is a small tiny leaves like appendages are there. That leaves like appendages spirally arranged. See, this is the gametophyte, and see, after fertilization zygote is produced, and that zygote undergoes germination, and on that place there is a formation of this sporophyte. See here the sporophyte having a here the seta is there. See, this is the seta, okay, and foot, it is embedded within the gametophytic tissue. Then seta and the uppermost portion, it is a capsule. So the student, the bryophytes are mainly classified into these three classes. So here the bryophytes, here the sex organ, I am already focus this point. Antheridia, the male sex organ is antheridia. See the student, on that gametophytic plant body they produce the antheridial clusters. See the antheridia, see the structure of antheridia, it's having a small multicellular stalk is there, and see this is the globus head. Okay, this globus head having the here the protective layer is there, the outermost layer, it is a jacket layer, and see within that the here the head or the body of that antheridia, it consisting of the androgonial cells. The androgonial mother cells, it undergoes the metamorphosis and it produces the anthezoids. Then see, this is the female sex organ, another diagram. The female sex organ in a bryophyta is called archegonia. See the student here, the shape of the archegonia. The archegonia, it is a looks like as a flask shaped structure. See, it is a basal broad venter is there, bulbous portion. Then above the venter there is a egg is present. It is a haploid female gamete we consider here, and see there is a elongated neck is present. So the neck, it having a neck canal cell is there, and upper side of this archegonia, it is a lead cell or cover cell is present. So this is the typical structure of archegonia present within the bryophytes. So the student, we will focus the next group or higher cryptogame, that is pteridophyta. So the pteridophyta, it is also called as the primitive land vascular plant. So the plant body of the pteridophytes is sporophytic plant body. It is a dominant phase or dominant plant body. And this sporophytic plant body, it is a well differentiated into stem, root and leaves is present. So in pteridophyte, where it is actually grows, this grows on moist, shady and cool places. Then here the gametophyte, it is a very small and it is a reduced and it is a substerian. The pteridophyte, it is a vascular cryptogames, means it is having a well developed conducting tissues are present, it's having a xylem and phloem tissues are there. So the in a pteridophyte, the sporophyte produce the asexual spores within the sporangium, and the sporangia developed on the sporophyll. In a many members, the sporangia bearing structure, it is a sporophyll, it is aggregate in a grooves, it is a called cone or it is also called as a strobila. See, in a pteridophyte, the plants may be homosporous or it may be heterosporous. So the student, the homosporous means it's having all similar kinds of spores are there, and heterosporous, it's produced the two different types of spore. One is the megaspore, we consider here the female spores are there, and another the minute microspore, we consider here the male spore. Spore after germination, it produces the gametophyte or it produces the prothalline. And these gametophyte, it is a very reduced structure. Then megaspore, it is developed into the female gametophyte, while microspore develop into the male gametophyte. So the gametophytic thallus is with a rhizoid and it's having a chlorophyllous tissue, and so it is independent. The gametophyte, it is not dependent on the sporophyte. The gametophyte develop here. The male sex organ is antheridia and the female sex organ is achigonia. And these sex organs are well jacketed or it is having a sterile sheath is present. So the male sex organ, it is produce the antherozoids. That antherozoids are multiflagellated. So water is also essential for fertilization. Then the zygote, it is a remain in a gametophyte which further develop into the simple embryo, and this embryo develop into the sporophytic plant body. So at early stage, sporophyte is dependent on the gametophyte. So the sporophyte possesses the vascular tissue, xylem is a without vessel, and the phloem is a without companion cell. So the plant, it shows the distinct two generations are there, alternation of generation, was sporophytic phase is the dominant phase, while the gametophytic phase, it is a independent phase and it is a short-lived phase. Sporophytic plant and gametophytic plant have a different morphological character. So the life cycle is known as diploentic and it is a heteromorphic life cycle is there. So the student, here the pteridophytes, it is a further divided into the four different groups. See the psilocybe, example is a psiloterm. Then lycopside, example is lycopodium. Spenopside, example is equisetum. Pteropside, example is a pteris. Adiantum, Nephrolipis. Okay, see the student, these are some common examples of pteridophytes. See these images. See the pteridophytes, it is the pteron means feather like. Okay, means those plant, the leaves are generally the feather like. It is a looks like as a bird's feather, and that's why it is called the what, the pteridophyte. So it is peridium is there. Then this is the blackenum is there. So I am focusing here some pteridophytes images. So the next plant group is phanerogames. So the student, first of all, I am focusing here the characteristic feature of phanerogames, or what is a phanerogames. Okay, the phanerogames, these are flowering plants and that plants bears seeds. Okay, then it is adapted to the land, herbs, then shrubs, or it is tall trees are there. Then they are seed bearing vascular plant, and so it is also called as spermatophyta. So in phanerogames, there is a well-developed vascular tissues is there, xylem and phloem. Then in a phanerogames, they heterosporous, they produce the two different types of spores are there, microspore and megaspore. So in a phanerogames, here the gametospore are very reduced and complete its life cycle on sporophyte. Then here the sex organs are reduced. Sexual reproduction is iso. Here the siphonogamy is there. Siphonogamy means here the conduction of male gametes through the tube, and fusion, it is called the siphonogamy. So after fertilization, here the fusion of male and female gamete, resulting there is a formation of zygote, and this zygote develop into an embryo, and embryo is protected inside the seed. Seed after germination develop into the new sporophytic plant. Then this plant, it is a possesses the well developed vascular system. So the student, the phanerogames further divided into the two divisions. One is the gymnosperm and second is angiosperm. So firstly, I'm dealing with here the gymnosperm. Most of the gymnosperm are trees. Okay. So the gymnosperm, so the gymnos, it is a nothing but the naked, and sperma, it is a nothing but the seed. Means gymnosperms are those plant they bears the naked seed. So the most of the gymnosperm, they are trees and about 500 species of conifer. So the gymnosperm, the plants are woody, then shrubs or trees, or the sporophytic plant body. It is a well differentiated into stem, root and leaves. So in a gymnosperm, conducting tissues, xylem and phloem is present. Xylem without vessel. Here one exception is there. The order Coniferales, it consisting of vessel in a xylem element. Phloem without companion cell. So these are also called lower flowering plant. Then ovule. See the plants are heterosporous plants are there, produce the microspore. It is a pollen grain in a pollen sac. While pollen sac or microsporangia develop into the microsporophyll, and that microsporophyll which are in a group, it is called the male cone. So the ovule are naked and developed on megasporophyll, and these megasporophyll may be grouped and it's formed the female cone. So the ovules born on the surface of the megasporophyll and it's always naked. Flowers are simple without accessory whorls like as calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. So the microsporophyll organized into the male cone, while the megasporophyll it is organized into the female cone. So the ovule wind pollinated by pollen grains, and here the pollination means here the transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma. So the student here, the pollination is anemophilous with the help of wind. Gametophyte, it is multinucleated gametophyte, and the jacketed and multicellular in nature. So after fertilization, that fertilization process, it is in the three steps. Siphonogamy is there, then zoidogamy is there, and syngamy is there. After fertilization result, there is a zygote formation is there, and this zygote into an embryo after single fertilization. Endosperm of the seed is a haploid gametophytic tissue. Vascular tissues, here xylem and phloem already present. See here, the more than one embryo is present, and the gymnosperm, it shows a polyembryony feature. So the gymnosperm divided into the two groups. The first group is a cycads. So the cycads, it is a palm-like plant. Means it is a looks like as coconut tree. Okay, it is a male and female plant is a separated. Means it is a dioecious. The male plant is a separate one, while female plant is a separate one. And This cycad, it's consisting or it produces the compound leaves. It is a looks like as a palm like. Then the male plant, it produces the that there is a microsporophyll, and that microsporophyll, it is a compactly arranged. It is a form the male cone, while the female, there is a megasporophyll. They are loosely arranged and it forming the female cone, and it is a simple in their organization. So in a cycad, the wood development is monozylic wood is there. Monozylic wood means that wood, it is a soft in nature, and the xylem tissues or whatever secondary growth is there, it is a poor secondary growth, and xylem is there is a poorly developed xylem tissues, and this wood, it is a soft and simple wood is there. Then here the example of the cycads, a common example is a cycas, then zamia and microcycus. This is common example of cycads. So the next group, it is a conifers. See, the conifers are the tall trees likes, and these tall trees profusely branch. Male and female cone, see, these are the monoecious plant. Male and female cones are small and compact, and they produce on the same plant. Then here the wood development of conifers, it is a pycnoxylic wood is there. Means here the xylem, it is a xylem, it is well developed xylem tissues is there. Pith is a absent, or it is a pith is very small, and secondary tissues are present in a very large number. Then the common conifers like pinus, jingo, thuja, and taxus. So the student, you seen that Christmas tree, okay, Orcaria. This Christmas tree, it is also belonging to the conifers, okay. Then here, see, this is the cycads, okay, cycas plant. I'm already told you, okay. See that cycas plant, it is a palm like, okay. See, it is a short growing plant having a columnar stem is there, and here the compound leaves are spirally arranged, and it's forming the green crown like structure at the apex of that cycas plant. Then see, this is the unbranched plant, okay. So this is a pinus plant, it is a tall trees, and these tall trees, it is a profusely branch, okay. See, you get a clear idea regarding to the cycads and the conifers. Then the next division angiosperm. So the student, angios means closed, and sperma means seeds. Means these plant group, the seeds are enclosed by a fruit. These are also called the higher flowering plants. And the seed closed seeded plants, it's also called. See this angiosperm, the plants are with well-developed flowers and produce the fruit. The flower shows calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Seeds are enclosed inside the fruit. Fruit develop from the ovary, and the seed develop from the ovules. Means here the ovules are enclosed within the ovary. The plant are sporophytic plant body, and this sporophytic plant body, it is either in a herb, shrubs, or trees, and it consisting of well developed vascular tissues. The xylem, it consisting of well developed vessels, and the phloem with companion cells. So here the female gametophyte is a very reduced, and generally the 8 cell known as embryo sac. They shows double fertilization and triple fusion. So the double fertilization, one male gamete fuses with the egg, and resulting there is a formation of zygote, while another male gamete, it is a fuses with the secondary nuclei, and there is a formation of triploid endosperm. So the triploid endosperm, it is a nutritive tissues or nutritive tissues, and it's provide all kind of nourishment to developing embryo. In an angiosperm, ovule is anatropous ovule with a two integuments. Means it is a bi-integument ovule, outer integument and Inner integument. What is the integument? Integument, it is a nothing but the protective covering. So the pollen grains are deposited on stigma, and pollination is the entomophilous pollination with the help of insect, anemophilous pollination with the help of the wind, and the hydrophilous pollination, it is with the help of water current. So in a angiosperm, the female gametophyte does not produce the archegonia. Division angiosperm is further divided into the two classes, namely the dicotyledons and monocotyledons. So, student, here I am focusing the dicotyledons. See, the dicotyledons, this plant group, the seed with the two cotyledons is present. Then there is a the taproot system is present. The leaves, it's having a reticulate type of venation. What is a venation? Venation, it is a nothing but the network or distribution of vein and venlet on the leaf lamina. In a dicotyledonous plant, the flowers are tetra or pentamerous, means it consisting either 4 petals or it consisting either 5 petals. The stem, it is usually the branch stem. Vascular bundles are present. These vascular bundles, it is arranged in a ring, okay, and these vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral, and open type. Then secondary growth is a present, okay, due to the presence of cambium. Secondary growth shown. The common example of dicots is sunflower, mango, hibiscus, and pea. So the second class of the division angiosperm is monocotyledons. So the seed, it consisting the seed with single cotyledon. In this plant, the fibrous root or adventitious root system is present. Leaves are linear and it shows the parallel venation. The flowers are always trimerous, means it's having a three petals are there, and these flowers with perianth, means this flower do not differentiate into the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Okay, means there is a no distinct that floral whorls are there, and it is having a perianth. So the usually the stem is unbranched stem, vascular. But see the seed germination here, the hyphogel seed germination is there. The stem shows the scattered vascular bundles. These vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral, and the closed type of vascular bundle. So the why the closed type? Because there is absence of cambium. So the cambium is absent. That's why the secondary growth is also absent. Then here the common example of the monocot plant like a maize, jawar, bajra, coconut, grasses, onion, sugarcane. These are the common examples. So the next, I'm focusing here the student assignment. So student, whatever topic I covered in today's lecture, on that topic, the short answer question as well as the long answer questions are arises. First, we see here the short answer question. The question number first, define phanerogames. Question number second, what are bryophytes? Question number third, what are pteridophytes? Question number fourth, what are angiosperm? Question number fifth, what are gymnosperm? Question number six, give any two examples of bryophytes and pteridophytes. Question number seven, give any two examples of gymnosperm and angiosperm. So the student, these are the short answer question. In the next, we see here the long answer question. So the first question is, what are phanerogames? Explain briefly. Write difference between monocot and dicot. Third question, give distinguishing characters of angiosperm. Fourth question, give distinguishing character of pteridophytes. Fifth question, Give distinguishing character of bryophytes. And the question number 6 is give distinguishing character of gymnosperm. So this kind of question arises on this topic. So the student, in today's lecture, we already covered this part, higher cryptogames, in which we already studied bryophytes, pteridophytes, and the phanerogames plant group, in which the first division we already focused gymnosperm and second division is angiosperm. Within that, we covered here the two classes, monocot and dicot. So in our next lecture, we will focus on chapter number 2. The name of the chapter is algae. In this chapter, we will focus on general introduction of algae, then general characters of algae, and classification of algae according to the Bold and Wine in 1978. So the student, whatever assignment is given in this lecture, you solve that assignment, the student assignment, short answer question along with the long answer question. You solve in your notebook, make a PDF and send me your assignment compulsory. All student, send me that assignment on our Google Classroom. Thank you.